Hi and welcome to a very non-rehearsed first little sneak peek at the new design of suchlist.com. For reference, here's the current one, which I have felt for a long time is quite boring. And needed to be revamped, basically. So that is what I have been doing. I have tried to keep it familiar for most people. So you still have the tag cloud, and you have all the links and things in the same places. Then you have this bar up here. So instead of having this category field here taking up most of the view when you reach the page, you get straight to all the ads instead. And if you want to access the categories, you can do that here to go to a specific category. If you don't just want to search, you can search, of course, for whatever and select a category here instead. I'm not sure that I'm going to keep these here. These are for selecting where the ad is located. That is not the same thing as where it is, where the offer is available to, which I will show later instead. And I'm thinking about maybe including that here instead, or just removing this altogether and just having a very simple search here. Anyway, here you have a carousel, just like you did before, but this one was quite boring. So you have a new carousel here. This shows the ads that most people have shown interest in and have been viewing. So even this one only showed the latest ads, but now even if you put your ad up a long time ago and it has been receiving a lot of traffic, it can show up here. Just like before, I have the support for different type of ads. Classified ads like normal for sale or looking to buy or like here giveaway and so on, as well as auctions. That is still present. I don't think I have an auction put up in this test site. No, probably not. Anyway, if we just take something to look at here, we can do this. Then you have here what type it is. It's a classified ad. It's for sale. You have the price in Dogecoins. You have the approximate value of it in dollars. And that is updated every 5 minutes, I think. This being my development machine, I don't have the scripts running that actually updates it. So this is probably quite an old value. Then you have, excuse me. Then you have the information such as the category, the date that it was published, when it was modified, how many that are left. If you, for instance, have a bunch of something, let's say that you were selling this game, you had 10 of them, then you could add, when you created the ad, you could say that you had 10, and it would show 10 here, and each time you register a deal, you select how many you sold that time, and that will be deducted, and so on. And when this reaches 0, the ad will be automatically hidden on the site. Anyway, most of the things here are, as you remember, you have images, of course, you can cycle through. Information. Here is information that is fetched through the site's automatic fetching system, or I don't know what else to call it. But for a specific few categories, namely games, the Steam category and the Origin category and so forth, you have the option to let the system fetch information about the game for you, as well as art and videos and so forth. Then what follows here is information about where the advertiser is located. And here is the thing that I talked about before, where the offer is available. You can set this when you create an ad. And you can be very fine-grained. You can set it to be worldwide, or you can set it per continent or country or region within a country or city or whatever. I'll show you that later when we actually create an ad, so you can see how that looks. Then you have the option to share that if you find something that you like. You can also save and scan a QR code for it. You can print that. And here we actually do have an auction. It's an ended auction though, but you can see that it's an auction. You can see that the reserve price has been met. You can see that the highest bid was 3,000 Dogecoins. And then here is where you normally can enter your bids. But here you see that the auction is ended. The winning bid was done by me, and it was 3,000 Dogecoins. Here is also information fetched by that automatic fetching system, and it has found a video for this game. So then,
football is the greatest drama.
Then visitors will be able to watch that. Then instead of we can use this the current one for reference here. Before you had the map view here of where the advertiser is located. That is still present. It's just not here, filling up a lot of space. Instead, if you want that, you can just click here and you will get that. And then let's see, you can also report that if someone is posting a lot of spam or something like that. You can report that, look at it. Then you can contact the advertiser, of course, and you need to be logged in to do that. The reason why I opted for that is basically that it adds security. I can know more about the users. If someone is scammed, for instance, then we know that the person who contacted them also has an account, and we can use information connected to that account to try to help any potential victim. But hopefully most of the systems put in place in the Sidekick can help minimize that. That was basically the whole plan when the site was created. You see you see some ads here where you just get this picture. This is just a placeholder. If someone puts up an ad that doesn't have a picture at all, then this will be shown. So let's see here. I don't think this is development. So I'm working on a few things. So we might see a few bugs or some strange behavior. So you have been warned. Let's see here now. If we log in, I'll log into my account here. Then I have also connected my account to the multi-factor authentication system that is built into the site. So I need to authenticate with my Google Authenticator app, which I have on my phone. So I'll see here. And that is something that any user can opt in to do. It is to add more security to your account if you wish to. Now I get a message here that I have some deals to leave feedback on. You can just close that if you want to. That will reappear if you don't do anything about it. That will pop up again in 10 minutes or something like that, I think. So let's take a look again. I'll try to find an ad that I myself actually haven't created. So here we have something. So when you look at an ad, then you can see. Oh, you see. Look, he had two. That's cool. Anyway, you can see information about the advertiser. Now this person doesn't have a lot of feedback, but if we'll look at him, here is where you will be able to see any feedback that they have gotten, and so on and so forth. You can contact them here. List all the seller's items. You can also see if the user has any validated information. Let's see if we can look at my own profile here instead, because it's a little more full of stuff. Let's see here. So here you can see when you click at a profiles link, you can see feedback. As I said, you got it broken down from the last month, the last 6 months, the last 12 months. you got it overall. You can do seller, buyer. You can go in and look at detailed feedback. Then you can see all the feedback that is left on the user. Yeah, as I said, development. Anyway, you can go in and look at more information regarding that specific feedback and so on if you want to. But this is something that I'm working on now. Most of this is of course working in the current site, but I need to rework a few things in order to make it make everything play ball on the new site. Anyway, you can also see all the user's validated information. This is used so a user can prove that he is who he claims he is. And for instance, like I have done here, I have validated my Reddit account and so on and so forth. The user is not able to edit this. So the system takes care about all of the when the user validates, the system handles showing the validated information here. So I, as a user, cannot go in and say that this is my username and just have it show up here. I have to follow a set of specific steps in order to validate that this is my Reddit account, and then it's publicly visible to all other users that are logged in, and all of the validated information here is clickable. So if I click that, I come straight to my my Reddit profile. That way, if you have a seller or a potential buyer that contacts you, you can look all over their validated information and try to make an educated decision if they are to be trusted or not. For instance, I have quite a lot of validated information here, and a lot of them are for accounts that have been with me for quite a while. But if I were to be contacted, or let's say that I saw someone putting up an ad for something that was something that a lot of people probably wanted, and it was very, very cheap, and then I looked at their information and they had no validated information, or perhaps they had a Reddit account and a Twitter account, and then when you look at them, you see that instead of being like mine, I don't know how old is my, I have no idea where you actually, yeah, well, over a year anyway. But let's say that it instead was like, 2 days old or something, and the same goes for the Twitter account. Then, I would be suspicious. That does not have to imply that someone is actually a scammer or out to scam people, but it would make me cautious, and I would probably insist on using an escrow service and things like that. Anyway, let's get back to it here. I wanted this to be like just a quick first peek. Yeah, same thing again. Here is to introduce people to what Dogecoin is. I really like this video. Very informative and in a funny way. So the guy who made that, he deserves some props for that. Other changes. Let's see here. I could actually log in here too, so we can. So we can compare how the profile pages look between the current one and the new one. You have to excuse me. I have a bit of sore throat. I've been sick, so I guess I sound kind of funny. So let's see here. As you can see here, yeah, you got a link to my account. You got that here too, but I opted to place a link to the PM